People with ADHD and autism hit their heads and hit themselves. Why people, when you have ADHD, you start hitting your head, it's actually emotional regulation. It is a form of self-harm, but a lot of people with ADHD and with autism will hit their head because it is our only way to emotionally regulate with extreme emotions such as anger, pain, sadness. These emotions are too powerful for our brain. We cannot regulate them and we cannot calm ourselves through them. In fact, it amps up and builds up in our brain. It almost produces more dopamine. We become hyper fixated on it. And one of the only coping mechanisms also we learn at a very young age is to start hitting our head because it's a focal point. The pain is a distraction and it is a form of self-soothing. And yes, it is one of the worst forms of self-soothing, but that's why people with autism and stuff hit their head, is because they're trying to soothe themselves through something that's very chaotic in their brain. They might not be able to put it to words. And this is the only way they know how to make the world go silent right now, to focus on one focal point and to calm themselves through it. If you notice somebody when they do hit their head, usually afterwards, all of a sudden they are very calm and they're not freaking out like they were originally before they started doing it, because it did help them emotionally regulate through something. And it's something that I wish I would have known. If I would have picked up on this a lot longer, ago, I would have probably found out a lot sooner that I did have level 1 autism. I was diagnosed at an early age with ADHD, but one of the things I never understood is why I did hit myself in the head, and it was for emotional regulation, and it was an unhealthy coping tool that I learned. And that's the whole reason is you start to learn healthy coping tools to help you emotionally regulate through things that normally you weren't able to. You're not going to substances, you're not going to any kind of physical abuse or physical harm to regulate these emotions, and that's what it's all about. For the one out there struggling, man, reach out for help, find the right therapist, don't give up, you are worth it, and it's one day at a time. You got this.